Hey, this is Kate. If you're enjoying the content on the Good Fight channel, then please do hit like and subscribe below. Thank you.
I think it was my last fight. I remember right when the pandemic, it was like you could start working out, you could start training again. And I went to the gym. I was my sisters and my two friends, and they got on the scale, and they're like, "Damn, I didn't gain no weight during the pandemic." And I was like, "Get on the scale, Danny." I was like, "I'm not getting on that shit. I never check my weight when I'm not working out." I've been in the house for all these months during the pandemic. So I got on the scale. My friend was like, "You don't weigh more than me." He was like 155 pounds because he thinks I fight 147. People think I'm naturally small,
Right.
but they don't know. So I get on the scale. I'm 184 pounds. I was like, "Oh my gosh, why did I do that to myself?"
Ooh.
So I was 184 pounds before I started training for the Spence fight.
How many weeks before the Spence fight?
It was like 10 weeks.
The most weight I've cut before a fight, I don't do this anymore, so don't judge me, but the most weight I've cut is 40 pounds.
Dang, that's a lot.
That was more the beginning of my career. Yeah.
You feel like you're more disciplined in between the fights now?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that now I try not to lie to myself, and I try not to have fast food at all. It gets through here and there, but now I just tell myself you can't eat that stuff at all. Or you can't drink soda or none of that stuff.
You know, my family calls me gordo, but, you know, that was when I was...
Yeah, that's like a term of endearment in Spanish, you know?
But of course. But the biggest I ever went, I think, was 170. That was
Wow.
during COVID.
I can't tell y'all. I feel like if I tell everybody, they're going to think I'm crazy.
People gonna judge you?
Can't
So it's
tell-
bad?
Can't tell nobody my weight. I don't like
All right,
telling
how about
people.
this? It's more than 20 pounds?
Nah.
Okay. But more than 10?
Yeah.
More than 15?
Can't answer no more.
Okay, fine.
I just don't want it to sound like an excuse, but going into the Canelo fight, I had a little, I don't even want to get into what it was, but little nick, but it's not something that affected me in the fight or hurt me during the fight because I got it healed up, and then, it's not something that got re-injured during the fight or anything like that. So it's not why I lost. It's not why I got caught. It's not why I got stopped. So don't want to make it seem like it had anything to do with anything.
Injuries, yeah, I had hand injuries. I'm one of the fighters who damn near hurt my hands all the time. So they tell you don't say that, but truth be told, I'm like how Floyd had like brutal hands. I got the same kind of hands. I hurt my hands a lot.
So what do you do in between fights to try and protect that?
I try to make sure I get my hands wrapped. Cause I hurt my hands really. I used to use regular hand wraps, but now I try to make sure I use only gauze and have my hands wrapped by somebody that know how to wrap.
The Garcia fight, yeah, I'll tell people about it when I retire.
Yeah, my last fight had 2 injuries.
What were they?
I had a small tear, my rotator cuff, and then I had a small hairline fracture on my chest.
Dang, both of those from sparring.
Well, yeah. Well, one happened from the camp before when I fought Red Cat. Somebody hit me on my chest, and then that like never healed. It had like scar tissue, and then my shoulder. I remember before the Spence fight, I was throwing the left hook, and it just felt like my shoulder was hanging off one string, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to the biggest fight of my life with one arm," plus a whole bunch of mental stuff. So. Right. Yeah, that fight was definitely, I learned a lot about myself during that time. So I'm glad. But I'm 100% now. I did therapy. My chest.
That's what you say now. And then after this fight, fighters always say they're 100% going into the fight.
No, you never 100%, like physically, but mentally 100%. And that's more important to me.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Oh, my goodness. I had my first pro fight a week before I went into my fight. I sprained my ACL. In sparring, and it was my last sparring, and I was telling my father that I don't feel too good, like I feel like, we did a lot of work, I think I'm ready. He's like, just do one more sparring, that's it. And second round came, and I threw a mean uppercut, my foot got stuck on the canvas. This was at the Top Range gym, and man, I twisted, and my knee just popped, like that, the bone and everything, and I just fall backwards, and it just goes back in place. and I couldn't go to the hospital or anything because, I'm fighting, and if I go I don't know what it is. So it came to that point where it was just so swollen. So we just, a lot of ice, Epsom baths and stuff like that. But I fought like that. So if you look at my pro fight on the undercard of Pacquiao Vargas, you'll see KT tape, the kinetic tape around my left knee. Yeah, so I was fighting like that. What other injuries? I broke my right hand in 2018 against William Silva in the first round. Fought like that. It was a 10-round fight scheduled and finished them in the 6th round. I fought 5 rounds like that. Broken right hand. I have a lot of wars, a lot of scars. Actually, this one right here, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I see it.
This one right here, I got this one when I was 6 years old, when I first started boxing. Hit the double M bag. I was doing pads with this one coach.
You could reach a double M bag at 6 years old? How low was it?
It was tall, but I jumped. Up. That's why. So I was still, I was very small, but I went to go get water. And when I came back from getting water, I jumped up, hit the double M bag, and the hook got me right in the end. And it just took everything, my whole skin. But it almost took my main artery. Like it almost took like one of my main.
Oh, you got lucky.
Very lucky.
Wow.
I think I gave blood to the sport. That's what
From the beginning.
From the beginning, I gave blood to